Play with squishies with me while I tell you a traumatic story about how I got stuck at a red park that I go to in this dome thing. It's like a little dome where little kids go in. I'm a little kid too. But I was trying to, these girls are like, you can't fit through it. I'm like, yes I can, I'm body too free. They didn't say, guess what? I didn't get a clip of them saying you can't fit there. So I was gonna put the clip in, but can't because it just has me saying I'm body T for real. But that's okay. Because it wasn't clocking to me. It wasn't clocking to me that I wouldn't be able to fit there. Yes, I'm looking in my mirror. But it wasn't clocking to me. But I said, I told them I can do it, so get out of my way. And then they're like, fine. I'm like, thank you. And they're like, you're saying you're not going to be able to fit through it? I'm like, yes I can fit through it. Well, I believe I can fit through it, so I can fit through it. And they're like, you're not going to be able to? And I'm like, yes I can, shut the hell up. And then I decided to go in first. Bill Noggin first. Not here first because my hips weren't fit there because sweet. Because my hips are too petite to fit through it. I would just fall right to it. Just kidding, they're too big. But I went head first. Bad side already because my arms hurt when I came in. So I get here. I'm like, let me get more in. I got more in. I get to here. Or like here. I'm like, it kind of hurts right now. But Mama didn't raise no quitter. Mama didn't raise no quitter. So I go through more. Now I'm getting stuck about here. Tell me why. Tell me why. I say, let me try to get more in. Wasn't clocking to me that. And they were like, girl, just get out. And I'm like, no, it's not clocking to you that I'm standing on business. It's not clocking to you. And it said that, but like, yeah, but it wasn't clocking to them, I guess. Oh, it feels so good. But like, I get through pretty much. And then I get stuck. I get like stuck here, so I try to come back to here. It's starting to hurt because my shirt's like rubbing on me. And I took my hoodie off to breathe some weight away. So I took my hoodie off, and then I'm like trying to slide out. Like I'm on a slip and slide. We're at a water country ride. Wasn't clocking in my brain yet that I wasn't getting out for a little while. I'm just sitting there going, I'll be fine. And then I'm like, guys, go get my friend Brinley. And they're like, okay. They run over to get Brinley. And then Brinley says, she's obviously faking it. And then they run away. The girl comes back and tells me, me in the hall. She thinks you're faking it. And I'm like, go tell her that I'm not faking it and go back. And they run back. She's like, she's not faking, she's really stuck. And then they're like, no, she's not. Stop lying to us, trying to prank us. And she's like, we're not trying to prank you. And then she's like, she's obviously faking, stop it. And then they say, don't come back or something. And then they say, the girl says, they said that you're faking and they don't come back or whatever until Daenerys comes back and tells herself that she's faking. And I'm like, no, because it's not clocking to them yet. It wasn't clocking to them. So I'm like, okay, great, I'm my friends right now. And I'm like, guys are actually, and then I'm like, I'm not really stuck. I mean, I could slip and slide out of here. If I was this dumpling, I could have, but they were like, I'm gonna go get my mom. And I got my mom, and they're like, never mind, she can't help. And then they got so crap. And then they were like sitting there waiting for me to. And then Brindley, they run over and say, another girl comes over, and they're like, she's not faking. Can you actually come over here? And then I'm like, fucking sorry. I said freaking. Okay? I said freaking. I'm freaking like starting to get mad. And then I'm like, can you get them over faster? To this one, and then they both run. And then she runs over and says, she's not faking. You guys need to come over. Okay? And then they turn around. They all come. They see me. Brindley's like, no, you're actually stuck. I'm like, yeah, I am. I am actually stuck. And they're like laughing at their butt cheeks hole. I'm like, because I was crashing out, and I was like, you can't come along to see you, like say, actually, I'm actually stuck. It's not. And then they're like, oh my god, it's so funny. Oh my god. And they're like, I'm like, can you guys get somebody to help me get out? And they're like, what? I'm like, get some pudding right now. And then they get Geneva's, the girl's mom, Banana's mom. That's what we're gonna call her. Banana's mom. And then I'm like, ah! Legitimately crashing out, crying, barking, throwing out everywhere, farting, I don't know, like, crying, crashing out. I'm just like, it's not clocking to them. It's not clocking to them. My back's just freaking stuck, and they were going, and I'm like, starting to have a panic attack, because what if I don't get out? And what if I'm just walking around with the big old chain around my waist for the rest of my life going, oh, and then, they get a baseball mom. Don't even know her name. They got a baseball mom, another baseball mom, and a baseball dad says, oh, we could break her arm. I'm like, what? You're not breaking my arm. I'm a cheerleader. I need these arms to put that girl up there. Need them to keep her up here as a back spot or base her. You're not breaking this arm. And they're like, fine, blah, blah, blah. And Dad's like, oh, we should break her arm. It will get her out without any pain. I'm like, are they actually, like, slow? Are they trying to scare me? And they're like, I'm, like, crying, like, no. Stop it. Stop. No, I'm not. I'm like, and then this guy's like, I'm just kidding. And I'm like, fine, you're just kidding until you're not. And then, so the girl, one of the people says, do we need to call your mom, sweetie? I'm like, oh, my mom, yes. And one of them has already called the cops. Or 911. So then I'm like, call my mom? Yeah, call my mom, Brindley, please. She calls my mom, and I'm like, Mom? I'm so crying. I'm like, Mom, I'm stuck in the red dome at the red park. And she's like, what? I'm stuck at the, I said, I'm stuck at the red, in the red dome at the red park. And then she's like, no, you're not. And she's like, really? I was like, yes, get your bum cheeks over here. They had me take my hoodie off before that. But yeah. And then they and the cops, my mom gets here, laughing her buttocks off like it's funny. It was not funny. It was not funny. It was not funny. I was actually really mad. I was really mad. What the hecky decky ding dong? You shouldn't be laughing. This isn't a laughing matter. And then the fire truck comes. Fire truck is here. The policemen are here. And an ambulance is here. So the I'm like laughing and saying, this is so embarrassing, and crying. There's a guy who came to rescue me. Loki, he was cute. And I can't be having a cute guy see me like that. No, I can't. Even though I had a boyfriend. But that's okay. My boyfriend was a bitch. We can all admit. I said a birch. My boyfriend was a really bad birch. It's okay. Not in a good way either, girls. You know the good, bad birch? No. Okay, I'll watch that video after. One of my favorite YouTubers just popped up. I don't know how to pronounce it. IZR, I don't know. Don't just, I'll tag her. But like, I'm like, right? And then they tell me to go like this. Like I'm about to dive and I'm like, how do you dive? And they're like, this. I go like that. And then they have me turn on my side. I get out. I'm like jumping. I'm like, and then I fall. And then I sit down. I'm like, so do you feel anything weird? I'm like, yeah, I do feel weird. And then my mom's like, no, you're not gonna have school for this. And I'm like, never mind. I don't feel weird. I just wanted to get out of school. But then I got to tell the story about that to you guys. Because I love you guys so much. But yeah. So, yeah. Peace out, Cookie Monsters.